Yo, what is going on YouTube? Are you winning, boys? I hope you're winning, because on this channel it's all about winning. My name is Bart, or Burn to Win, and today we're going to continue our adventure in Observer System Redux. This is going to be chapter 11 of this Let's Play already, and in case you missed the last episode, we completed the main story of the game. We confronted Adam, and we saw that very confusing ending of the game, which I then tried to explain to you, or at least the way I see it from my perspective. So in this episode and in the next one, because there are still 2 episodes to go in this Let's Play, as we always tend to do on this channel, we are going to go for the rest of the trophies still left in this game. So yeah, the story of the game might be over, but it's not over for this Let's Play. As I said, 2 more episodes because we've got a lot of stuff to do. So in this one and in the next one, we are going to tidy up any side missions, any collectibles, any well, there's a second ending of the game that we still have to see. Many things to collect and solve and go for. So it's gonna be quite an exciting episode, this and the next one, and I cannot wait to show it to you. So basically what we need to do is find 76 different nanophage cards. So all of those cards that you've seen in the previous episodes, in the first 10 episodes of this Let's Play, we have to find 76 of those cards with the people's faces and their dates of birth and causes of death and all that, those black cards. We need to find all of them. Then we need to find a couple of RC cards. I believe there are 5 of them in the whole game. These are Adam's RC cars. I think we only found 1, if even 1, in our Let's Play. We need to find 4 roses. I believe we found 2 or 3 of those, so we need to find the rest of them. We've got a couple of different cases that we have unfortunately not solved during the game, so we'll go and do that as well. There are many things, so let's start out, boys. First of all, the very beginning of the game, after we received the phone call from Adam, or well, Adam, the AI, to come to the apartment block, we find this figurine here in this apartment. And basically, even during the Let's Play, we found out that there is some storage device hidden inside the statue. Just like you see here, all we have to do is scan it, and then we take the statue, and we are going to need it for one of the trophies later on. So just keep that in mind. We have the statue with us, we'll use it later on. And then, once we left the apartment, we actually got the chance to get the first nanophage card. Here it is. That's card number 1. I remember picking those up in the Let's Play, and I was like, what's that? What's that? Only like halfway through the game, I realized they are actually collectibles. There is card number 2. Just after the first one, and right after that we are going to collect our first RC car, actually. As you can see it here, all you have to do is pick it up, and just in case whatever I picked up, like the rose or the car, I picked it up and I scanned it just to make sure that the game actually knows, just so that the game registers that I actually picked it up, and that it counts, you know. I wouldn't want to be left in a situation where something I picked up did not quite scan, and I have to replay the game again. So here we are on to the next step of our trophy hunt. Basically, we need to go and solve one of the cases that we still were missing after, or that we missed during the normal Let's Play. The quest is called Fearful Symmetry. Basically, we have found a couple of these altars during our Let's Play, but we never actually got to connect them. All you need to do is connect each one of these altars using the power plugs, and then you will see how the quest proceeds. I think there are 4 of those altars, so I will show you the rest of them and then the ending of the quest. Then, this is another thing we need to do, of course. All those minigames, boys. There's 17 levels of this great minigame. Like, who wouldn't even play it? I would play it as a full-scale game, you know? Just make 1,000 levels for me, why not? I'm gonna give it a shot. Here are the first 2 levels of this minigame. We're gonna have to beat all 17 of them for one of the trophies. So, you will see me beating all the different levels in this and next episode. Some of the later ones were actually quite challenging, but you will see it later on. The first 2, not a biggie. All done. And next up we have another card which we can find in Janus's office right after we collect the Synchrosine. There is the next card. Next up we're gonna go for a trophy. Quite easy. All we need to do is overdose on Synchrosine, and it must be quite strong, because all we need to do is take 2 of them, and that's it, we overdose. We actually don't die, but we have this weird vision and we get the trophy Altered States. So, next up, we are going to go for the next 2 minigames. There is a computer in Janus's office, so we took this opportunity to play the next 2 minigames as well. Some of the levels are quite difficult, because you really need to navigate well and use your swords well to make sure that you're not using them, for example, on one beast. The key to winning all those levels and making sure that you can complete them is to collect as many beasts as you can, kind of running away from them. As you can see here, I just took this beast on a wild ride around this block, just so that I can get in front of it and get to the queen beforehand. As you can see here, I'm collecting 4 of those beasts, spiders, whatever you want to call them, at once, and I used just 1 sword to kill all of them, which is a very good tactic. And then I can very safely collect the rest of the coins. But right now I think I will collect 2 more of these spiders. There it is. 2 of them gone. I can then collect the rest of the coins, and I should be able to trick the last spider. Just like that. We'll go around and then to the princess. All done, boys. Minigame number 4. All done. Next up, we went outside of the building just to find this next card in this trash can. This is card number 4. And next up, we needed to solve a little game here. All we needed to do is go to the computer in this room. We actually did go inside it during the Let's Play, but I wasn't actually sure what to do. This time we had a guide to help us, basically. I was always following the guide very closely here, because it would be impossible to find everything by yourself. And we got the next card. Next up, boys, we found the first rose. It is right here at the bottom of the staircase. We will be able to pick it up right in a moment. There it is, the first one down. And as with the RC cars, I always used to scan it just so that we make sure that the game actually registers we picked it up. Next one up is yet another card. We were kind of walking around this building picking up any miscellaneous cards that we could find before actually proceeding with the main story of the game and with any of the next missions. And we did get quite many of these cards at first. Here is the first patient recording. That's another collectible that I forgot to mention. There are 4 of those in the entire game. Many of them are very, very spread out. I think we'll get 2 of them. Yeah, we'll get a second one in a moment, but then the 4th one will be nearly at the ending of the game, so it will take us a while to actually get this trophy. Next card is right here next to room 110, and as you can see, there is a yellow sticker on this door. I'm not sure if you've noticed it, but wherever you saw that sticker in the game, it meant that there was a nanophage card close by. So you could always definitely use those stickers to guide you and find those nanophage cards in case you didn't know where they are. So there's the next patient recording. As I said, 2 out of 4. We get 2 of them in a very quick succession, but as I said, the 4th one we'll have to wait a long time for.
I'm afraid that's not possible right now. Your parents are very sick. It's a miracle you're not showing symptoms yourself.
I'm gonna tell Daddy what you did. He'll show you.
So that's the end of the recording, and we got to collect the next card then. There it is. And right next to the card is actually yet another altar. As I said, you have to connect these power, basically these power supplies to the corresponding outlet, and then you will be able to use the computer and read the note that's on it. So basically every computer contained a weird node that was very like you'll see. You still don't recognize. To you, I'm no one, I'm nothing, just another rat in this wonderful maze of you. So beautiful, so peaceful. It's the only thing that keeps me going, being so close to you, but still I'm afraid. And I mean, all these messages were so cryptic and so like, you know, kind of full of love and talking about affection and all that. It was very strange, I have to say. And you will see what the actual last mission is in this quest. It's very strange, extremely strange. Right now we get yet another altar. That's altar number 3 already. We get a brief moment of the lights turning off here, but we should be able to connect all the power to its outlets and fire up yet another altar. I'm just looking for it at the moment. But there it is. Power is back. And I think we can use the computer just like that. Perfect. I think there's one more and then we'll be able to proceed with this mission, Her Fearful Symmetry. But before that we have yet another minigame. It was minigame number 6. And boys, I have to tell you, before I started this kind of trophy hunt, I had a look at the trophy list and I was like, what? We nearly did not even get any trophies. We got, what, 2 or 3 trophies maybe out of the whole list during our first playthrough of the game. We got the trophy for knocking on 20 doors for the first Dream Eater sequence, but of course you had to get that trophy. We got the trophy for, I believe, finding 10 nanophage cards, and then for rejecting Adam. And I think that's it. I don't think we've gotten any other trophies. There were about 20 or 25 trophies still left to do after our first Let's Play, and I was like, oh my god, there's so much stuff to do, so many collectibles, so many different cases that we're gonna have to still solve. There is no way in hell that I'm not going to mix up something and F something up. I was like, nope, not happening. I actually made up a whole list of things that I have to do on the way, just to make sure that I can follow the guide that I made for myself using some other guides, just so that I can get all the collectibles, all the roses, all the RC cars, solve all those cases that we have not seen. And I have to tell you, it was a miracle that I did not mix anything up. Well, I did, but you'll see that later on. Here are 3 cards in quick succession. We are on to card number 11 now. So here we are doing the next altar for the quest Her Fearful Symmetry. Her Fearful Symmetry. That's very difficult to pronounce anyway. Here we are connecting all the different power adapters. There we go. Yet another note talking about 2 halves fitting together, love and all that. You want me, and really weird stuff like that. And that was basically the whole quest. Just a lady saying all these things. I'm not sure if to us or somebody else, but anyway, we were on the receiving end of these love letters, or love emails, so it was quite strange indeed. Look at how many monsters I am connecting at the moment just to kill them. About 10 of them, I think. No, even more. Maybe about 16 different monsters we killed with one sword, and it was the way to go in this minigame. You really had to make sure that your strategy's good, because if you just took a sword and you killed one of the spiders, you wouldn't have enough for the rest of the level, and you would be dead within a very short time. So here I'm trying to lure yet another spider, and 2 of them. Now this one we can kill and get to the queen. So minigame number 7 is done. Only 10 more left to do. Next one up is yet another card just outside room 205, and here we will get yet another card. I believe this will be card number 13. I think I'm right now looking at the guide to make sure that I know where it is. But it is right inside this room. Let me see. Yep, there's the yellow sign as I said, and the other card, all nice and easy. Let's get to the next quest actually. This is going to be the quest for the trophy Pearls Before Swine. It is in room 206 that we're finding ourselves at the moment. All we have to do is scan a power outlet on the wall, and this safe opens. Then within the safe we can find some pictures of a pig. We get a case log updated, and basically on one of these photos on the back of it we're gonna find a key code to one of the other rooms that we're gonna have to go to. You will see me kind of looking at the pictures. No, there's nothing. Here, nothing. The next one, 7441. So basically, we're gonna have to go to another room afterwards and use this code, and you'll see what's inside. This is minigame number 8, of course. Making great progress. But as I said, it was quite difficult not to get lost in this guide and all the collectibles and quests and whatnot. Extremely challenging to keep track of everything and make sure that we don't lose out on any collectibles or any quests or anything like that, because if you lose out on let's say one collectible, that's it. You pretty much would have to replay the game over, unless you were able to retrieve a save file, of course, and just reload it and make sure that you can get the collectible. This could work in this way as well, but it was definitely better to just keep track of everything and not lose out on any collectibles, because that then created issues. So next one up is the quest, once again, her fearful symmetry, the one with the altars. We were asked to go to room 207, where we can find this bed. And we hear this woman laughing and moaning and all that, and all this quest was weird like this, I'm telling you, boys. I don't think I'll be able to show you actually the end of the quest, because it was very 18 plus rated, I would say. And it was one of the weirdest things I've seen in this game, and that's saying something, because it's Observer System Redux, a weird game in all, with all the trippy scenes and the dream eater sequences and all that. Very weird. So I am just reading through the mails of this lady here. I think the email that actually interests us is the last one. It's called Basement, and it's going to ask us to go to room, I believe, 028, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, 037. We're gonna have to go to that room, and then we will be able to finish the quest, but we will see that later in this episode, I believe. So next one up is minigame number 9. So just about halfway there. It is actually a gold trophy, I believe, for completing all those minigames, so quite worth it to go through all of them. And as I said, a nice touch to include that inside of this game. I'm just trying to bring up all those monsters so that we can collect all these coins and have time for that. Because these ones, they were actually more advanced. They could even chase you around the corner if you were too close, so it was definitely not something that you wanted. Get close to them, because you would be dying very quickly. So next one up is card number 14. We will find it right here, next to the washing machines. And then card number 15, right next to one of the altars, which we forgot to collect as we were next to it. But hey, things happen. Then we had to go to room number 113. We spoke to one little girl that gave us the code 1074 to room 114. And then we had to begin Pieta's dream sequence after getting access to this room. So we found this lady. We actually did find her in our Let's Play, but we never connected to her mind. We never started her dream sequence, and this is exactly what we needed to do here. So we basically connected, entered her dream, and you will see in a moment how trippy, how weird that dream was. I had to take a break from playing this game after this dream sequence, because my eyes were just in pain. You will see in a moment what I mean. It's all blurry and all trippy and all, like, I've never taken LSD, but I imagine this is what looking to a supermarket on LSD looks like. Just look at it. Extremely weird. In this dream, we actually had to find another card, which will be card number 16. Right about here. And then, boys, I'm not even kidding you, about an hour in this dream, because I went through all of it and I could not progress. I could not find any way to progress. And you can see me at the moment looking kind of up, looking upwards. I'm not looking directly in front of me, I'm looking upwards. I basically came to the end of this dream. I I pressed all the buttons in the way. I interacted with everything on the way. I was like, okay, I've done everything. Why is nothing happening, you know? I thought that the game glitched or whatever. I was already researching stuff on the internet. I spent a good hour, I'm not even exaggerating, just walking around and thinking that I missed something, that I have to press a button or pull a lever or something like that. No. You know what happened? I had to go to the end of the level and I had to look up at Pieta, at that lady, for her to speak to me and the cutscene to start that you've seen a moment ago. So basically, like, I mean, I was just looking directly in front of me. It's not like I was looking down on the floor or something like that. It's nothing like that. I just did not look up, and at that point I was pissed off at the game. I'm like, really game? Come on. All I'm doing is not looking up to the sky, and you ask me to wander around here for 1 hour. Come on. Anyway, we needed to go. I then accessed the computer after leaving the dream sequence, and we needed to choose whether we want to let the lady live or die, and we get the trophy for completing the quest after, of course, after choosing one of the options. We then straight away passed on to minigame number 10 because we could play that in the computer as well.
Caution, low synchronization. Administer synchrosine.
And of course our synchrosine level was quite low after exiting the dream sequence. Here you will see me kind of standing in one place every now and then because I was looking up at a guide. Every now and then I did have to look up a guide to see how to beat these levels, even though I was trying to beat them myself most of the time. I mean, where's the fun in just following the guide? I did try to beat them myself, but this one it just wasn't my challenge. I had no idea how to do it. It was just fucking with my brain, and I couldn't quite put my finger on what I was doing wrong. So here you can see me following the guide step by step, like seriously step by step. I was waiting and skipping the video just to see exactly where I need to step to get to the queen. Fortunately there were no coins in this level alone, which made us advance well much quicker than as if we had to go to the other side of this square to get some more coins. So there we go. That's level number 10. Only 7 more to go. And right then we passed on to getting some more cards. Here are 2 in a row. And then I wanted to show you one of the other trophies that we were still missing was for scanning 100 items. And I basically went and scanned everything during this playthrough, like everything possible. I was just looking up everything with this detective site, and I would scan every single thing on the way. 2 more cards, 1 in the fridge, 1 on the wall, and then this is followed by yet another rose. We found a second rose as well, next to the room 210, I believe. We scan it to make sure it counts. 2 another cards, number 21 and 22. Nice and easy. We did find many of them in our playthrough, but of course we were nowhere near to number 76, the number required for the trophy, of course. So, to top off the episode, we are going to go for yet another 3 of those minigames and a couple of more cards. I believe in Amir's sequence, we'll see them in just a moment. So, this level actually very much reminds me of the previous one. It looks pretty much exactly like that previous level, but there is a slight twist to it. We basically have a few more, or we have a few coins on the way that we need to collect. This one actually was a bit easier than the last one, or maybe it was just me because I understood from that last challenge, I understood basically what way I need to move in order to avoid those beasts, those spiders. So maybe it was not actually easier, maybe it was just me learning how to actually do it. But here's minigame number 11, all done and dusted, and then we have a sequence of 6 different cards in a row. There's the first one. There is the second one, and yes, we are actually in Amir's dream at the moment. Those dream sequences were quite dangerous, because if you missed one of them, you would have to reload your game and then go through the dream sequence again. I actually missed this card as I was playing this sequence throughout this trophy hunt, and I had to reload one of the previous saves to collect it. But yep, there are the 6 cards, and we were on to another level of the minigame following the dream sequence with Amir. So yeah, I finished the dream sequence, and I accessed his computer, played these 2 minigames, and that was it for this first episode of our trophy hunt of this Observer System Redux. This is chapter 11, of course. But we will be going for yet another episode. We're gonna have to leave the platinum until the next one, because as you can see, there were so many things to do here that it was just impossible to squeeze it into one episode. We have all the coins, we've got 1 spider chasing us, but that's not a problem, we can get to the queen and finish the level. It is number 12, and only 1 more left to do in this episode, number 13, and then we will leave the other 4 for the last episode. So, as you have noticed in this episode, we were kind of setting things up, starting some quests, collecting some first cards, roses, RC cars. The majority of the trophies will actually come in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. This episode will be arriving, of course, tomorrow. This will be the 12th and final chapter of our Let's Play of Observer System Redux. We'll be getting our platinum trophy, we'll be finishing up all those side cases, all the mini games. As you can see at the moment, we will be of course going for all the roses, RC cars and all that crack, and then I will show you the other ending of the game. Of course, we'll have to embrace Adam and actually accept him into our mind. We'll see how that goes, boys. For now, this is going to be it. I hope to see you in the next chapter of Observer System Redux. Here you can see me very hesitant as to how to proceed, but we will get it eventually. There it is. I hope you enjoyed today's chapter, boys, and I'll see you in the next one tomorrow.